Season's over if you're in the northern climate. I think it's seen better days. We've had a couple frosts this week. Kind of ended the bee season, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit today. Hello folks, Jason Chrisman, JC's Bees, your Central Ohio beekeeper. A couple weeks back, I told you to remove your honey supers because you probably wouldn't get much of a goldenrod flow. I'm curious, you go down in the comments and let me know, how many people left their supers on and actually got something to harvest? If you got something, you should be pretty proud of that because goldenrod honey is delicious. It's my personal favorite, and I know a lot of people that favor it. Here in Ohio, I know a lot of beekeepers left supers on hoping to get something, but with our drought we have going on, just hasn't been much of a flow. I've seen an abundance of pollen come in, which is good because the bees can use that pollen to raise winter bees, and they need that. When you get to this point in the year, you got to stop breaking boxes apart, and you need to feed as much as you can inside the colony and keep it close to the bees. You also want to do at least a 2-to-1, maybe a 3-to-1, because right now moisture is deadly to bees when it starts to get cold. So, you know, those are some things to think about. If you still have boxes on and you need to get your winter configuration set up, you better be getting on that really soon, because right now, with this little bit of heat we've got left, today it was in the lower 70s. That little bit of heat is what's going to mend that propolis between the boxes back together. And without that, all you're doing is breaking a seal that the bees kind of need. You go breaking the boxes apart when it's cold and put the boxes back together, that seal of the propolis is not going to recoagulate back together, and it's going to leak air, and that's going to blow in on our bees. You don't want that. So let's recap here. What we should be doing is we should be feeding at least a 2-to-1, maybe a 3-to-1 sugar syrup. We should have our hive winter configuration set up, have our boxes the way we want, the frames in there where we want them. We don't want to be breaking our boxes apart too much longer, folks, so we want to limit that. Feeding outside of the colony, it's probably not going to be very beneficial if you're getting to the point where you're getting frost. When we get cold like that, the bees don't like to go out and bring back sugar syrup. Now if we get Indian summer or something like that, sure, take advantage of it. Do some open feeding and feed your bees. But in most cases, I've found that when it starts to get below 55 during the day, they're not going to go foraging for sugar water. So I'm going to have something in the colony, and after it gets to where it's staying below 55 and not getting any warmer, then those feeders need to come out, because then it's just going to be a condensation problem. So I know that could be a lot to think about, but I wanted to give you some pointers on some things that you should be considering as the cold weather moves in. I also said I wanted to congratulate you if you're a first-year beekeeper and you made it to this point with the colony or the bees that you started with in the spring. Nice job. I'd like to invite you down in the comments section to tell me what your favorite part of your first year was, something that you will not forget. I'd love to hear that. So if you have any questions or comments, folks, about anything I said today, you can leave that down in the comments section. Been making videos in beekeeping since 2009. I have a lot of videos about preparing your bees for winter and taking your bees through winter. I invite you to go over to my channel and go through my videos. Use them. That's why I made them. They're a tool to help you out and to help you get your bees through winter. And I know I've had a lot of people reach out over the years and say, hey, without your videos, I don't know how I would have did it. So I invite you to go over to my channel if you got any questions or you need help with something, and see if I've got a video on it. Hey folks, I want to thank you for stopping by today. If you enjoyed today's video, pound that thumbs up button, and don't forget to subscribe. I got a text from the wife. I need to get in here and eat my dinner. So you all have a good night, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks for watching JC's Bees.